we've got a great podcast for you today. Just real quick, this is our Echale Gas. I'm trying to pronounce it right. Echale Gas podcast, because we help small businesses kind of get up and go and step on the gas and get it done and get to the next level of success.
Yes.
And so Southside First is an economic development nonprofit on the South Side. And before I get into our guest, we got Brenda Ons here.
Hi everyone, how are you?
I just wanted to thank our sponsors, but I guess I need to introduce you, then thank our sponsors. You'll understand in just a minute. Okay, so let me read this to you because she's got a lot. So today we're featuring Brenda Ons. She is the owner of Saving Our Way and has been couponing for 13 years. And as a saving expert, Brenda has been featured on KSAT, News 4, Fox SA, Spectrum, and the Express News and the Houston Chronicle, where she shares her savings expertise. And I think you have a news show, don't you, as well? Why don't you tell everybody about that?
Well, you know, I'm really excited to work with like the different channels, and I'm so excited that they definitely see the value of couponing. So there's many people that are coming to, you know, Channel 4, Great Day SA, Channel 12, every single channel, and they're just saying, hey, can you help us out when it comes to, you know, bringing an expert forward to help us learn how to save. So I love that, you know, Channel 4, you know, calls me back every month and says, hey, you know what, we want to bring you in and, you know, give you that spotlight because what you're doing is phenomenal. There's not a lot of people that are in my field when it comes to teaching people how to save, and I have been doing it for 13 years. So I come on Channel 4 and Great Day SA. I want to thank the both of them, you know, for bringing me back monthly and, you know, just helping me help others learn how to save by doing that, by inviting me, continuing to invite me back throughout the year.
No, it's fantastic. And savings is important, especially at this time with the inflation. Okay, but Brenda is also the founder of Women Unlimited International, which connects, helps small women business owned, but regular women can join too if they're not business owners. Any woman can join to grow through network, collaboration, and partnership. So we're going to talk a lot about that today as well. And so now I can thank our sponsor, our generous sponsor, which is, drum roll,
yay!
Women Unlimited.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Is she talking about me?
So Women Unlimited is sponsoring our whole podcast series this year, which is like 45 different podcasts. And we use the Women Unlimited headquarters, which is at 8721 Botts Lane.
Yes, you said that correct.
410 and Broadway area. They've got a wonderful podcast recording booth there, so we do that there. Today, we want to thank Amegy Bank and the manager, Stevie Rios, because we are here at Amegy Bank. The third Thursday of the month we'll be here, or we'll either be at the other studio. But we are here at Amegy Bank on Southwest Military, so that's where we are. So, Brenda, we'll be here for about 25-30 minutes. So what I want to do is to share with our listeners and our viewers a little bit about yourself and your background.
Okay, well, first of all, I want to thank you, Linda, with Southside First for, you know, bringing me on. And I want to say that through Southside First, I think I walked into the offices about 2 years ago, and literally within the 2 years, like the resources were real, let me tell you. And I love that you guys sat down with me and you asked, what is it that you need? How can we help?
Right.
So I was just building the Women Unlimited 2 years ago. And, you know, and I did feel like business-wise, I needed just a little bit more help when it came to resources. And I was able, through Southside First, to come into a program that was called the Frostbank Series.
Oh, yes.
The Frostbank Series. So that was a series that we were in for a couple of months. And, you know, there was all kinds of questions and help that I needed. And by me coming to you, you were like, you know what, this is how we can help you specifically, because you guys came in and tailored what is it that my business needed.
Right.
So I was just starting the Women Unlimited, and by going into the Frostbank series, I was able to learn just so much. There was so much resource there. And then at the end of the day, this is at the end of the program, I was in awe because what they ended up delivering, having delivered to my house, was a very much needed laptop.
Through the series,
Through the series, which we had no idea that this was coming our way. But through having that laptop, guess what? It's just what the doctor ordered. Like that is exactly what I needed to grow my business because I was literally like working off of my phone. And as a small business, sometimes you can't afford all the elaborate things to help you grow, like a laptop.
And one of the
So
things,
thank you.
you bringing that up, I'm glad you
Yes,
did, because
yes.
that reminds me that, you know, a lot of the people watching this may be going, what's the big deal about a laptop and internet? Well, on the south side of San Antonio, which we're the 7th largest city, and so we've got, if you look at, you know, cut the city in half with I-90, we have 473, something like that, square miles. And within that, it's not all populated. So we've got, you know, we've got not only do we have internet deserts, but we got people who can't access technology, people that can't speak English. We got grocery store deserts. We've got all kinds of challenges for those people. So one of the things, obviously, we might have a small business owner just watching this going, well, this is great, but I don't have a computer. So there are programs, and one of the challenges that we have at Southside First, and you mentioned that, we tailor the help for you, is because we know of so many resources here in the city and in the county. The challenge we have is getting the information out so people can say, oh yeah, I need to go there. So when they come to us and we hear about what they're doing, we can send them first and foremost to a free business coaching, no cost business coaching through UTSA. And you
Which we would not know unless we contact you.
Exactly.
So very important.
We're putting all that information out on our website. It's going to be very resource focused, so folks can use that as a kind of a starting point to get what they need. But we're more than happy to help guide people as well. So
That's
okay,
right.
So tell us a little bit. That's the savings story. And if you've seen Brenda, how do they find more information?
Okay, so then what I
You're
was
saving our way though, right?
right. So with our Saving Our Way, I do have a website that is at savingourway.com. So if you want to learn how to be that savvy shopper, you want to learn how to maximize your money, especially in today's time, especially after the virus, we are still, and I know the virus didn't go anywhere, but at one time, it was pretty scary out there.
Pointing to me because it's
Yes, oh my goodness. So, okay, so I thought about the virus and then I just went
No,
like,
I got it.
because it was a horrible thing.
So, but here's the thing. So a business person might be sitting there going, you know, sometimes you and I have talked about this. Couponing has a negative connotation because we got these extreme couponer shows. That is not real couponing.
And today's time, though, with the high prices, that's where I was going at it. Everybody should learn how to save. Before you know it, and this is my world because everybody is, you know, getting in contact with me again, and especially the news, they want to put out a resource out there that can help someone. And guys, that is me. Again, I have been out there teaching couponing. It's going to be like 13 years.
Wow.
But again, after the virus, these prices have elevated, and they're kind of still there even after these couple of years. So if you have never couponed, it's now a thing. Everybody wants to save. And when people started losing their jobs or going from part-time, well, full-time to part-time and part-time to losing a job, you needed to still do what? You still needed to feed your family. And those general merchandise items are an everyday, brushing your teeth, underarm deodorant, shampoo. You still needed to supply that for your family. So what people started doing is just jumping to the world of couponing.
Right.
Because honestly, you can save, and I mean save big, by using coupons. Now on my website, we put out deals every single week. So this is why you want to subscribe. That's where you want to go, to savingourway.com to subscribe so that you can start seeing the ongoing deals that we put out, get this, hold on, all year long. Couponing doesn't fade. Right? Couponing should be somebody everyone does. If you have a lot of money, pay with coupons, keep it in the bank. If you don't have a lot of money, that's okay, because you're going to be paying with coupons. So everybody is able to maximize their money doing, I don't even know, Linda, but doing so much more.
So, and what I love about this is that technically you're your own success story as a small business owner, because this podcast is about helping small businesses. Well, you own your businesses and you hadn't started Women Unlimited. So I'm experiencing your success story when I'm talking to you on the phone. You're like, oh, my washing machine just died, or I forget what it was. And I'm like, oh gosh, that's going to be expensive. Oh, no, I've got all this coupons. So she goes and gets this washing machine for free. And then she's, oh, I got to fix up my office. So, oh yeah, I've got all these monies. We're going to do this. And so literally,
We
you're
were
living
able
your
to do a
life.
lot.
Every time I talk to you, it's like, oh yeah, no, I got that covered because I've got points on my Fed Chap, and so you're not spending a whole lot of money. So that, and we're not talking a little bit of money.
Yeah, I needed a new front door and I got it free. It was $349 and I got that, like you said, on an app that helps you make money by just scanning your receipts. $349 at Lowe's, like absolutely free.
Exactly.
So my husband was still in the other room telling me how we can afford it. I was over there buying it. I was just like, hey, come with the truck. I already bought it. You need to get over here.
Rudy, we love you, Rudy.
Yeah.
But so as a small business owner, now if you're not spending $500-600 over here for stuff, now you can put that towards, okay, now I can pay for my
That could be a
LLC.
car payment or LOC. You're
Or
right.
now I can use that because if
For
the
your
excuse
business.
is I don't have the money to start a small business. Well, first of all, it takes, I think you can start a small business technically for about $12. You buy the domain and then you can start your business. So I guess we need to have a podcast about that.
We need
But
to do
anyway, so, but now as a small business owner, now when you're trying to start Women Unlimited, when you're like, okay, I need some money for this, and you're just like, okay, here we go, I
Like,
can
this
do
is how we could do it.
So it's just fabulous. So tell us a little bit about Women Unlimited, the starting of that, what that's doing, and some success stories.
Oh my goodness.
There's a lot.
Yes, and I'm really excited about it. We started Women Unlimited, and how Women Unlimited came about is within my couponing group, I'm teaching in the thousands. I now have over 200,000 people that are following me within the Saving Our Way. And when I was, teaching, we're doing it in person, we're doing it one-on-one, meeting people, and there were a lot of the small businesses.
Yes.
There were a ton of the small businesses. And exactly what you were saying, if they can save here, then they can buy their materials, they can pay for their rent, their light, their internet. There's so many things that as a small business that they are gonna need, and they need to pull the money from somewhere.
Right.
A lot of small businesses, the struggle is real, but they love their product, and they know that their product, the people are gonna love it. It's just how do I get this out there?
Right.
So they joined the world of couponing. They saved up for several months. Now they have that, $400, $500, $1,500, and they're ready to roll. So that's where I, told
There was a
myself,
need.
oh my
There
goodness.
basically was a need.
Yeah,
there
because
for
they were
these
like,
women.
hey, can we talk more about business? Can we talk more about business? So here I am in the couponing group giving you the latest deal on toilet paper. And then we have all the business ladies coming in saying, can you take the toilet paper deal somewhere else? Well, we want to talk about entrepreneurs, like we want to talk about business. So that's kind of where actually with, yourself, I've known Linda for some time, and I told Linda, hey, I really want to put this Women Unlimited out there. People were asking for it, and then I got with Lucy Adama Clark, our Bexar County clerk, and we got together, and she says, the need is out there. The need is out there. You need to, get it out there. People are definitely asking you. And I was like, we need to come up with a name. And she didn't, it was her that came up with that name.
The elevator, it was Lucy.
Yeah. It was Lucy that came up with it. She's like, you can definitely put out unlimited things for these ladies. Like, let's call it Women
There is
Unlimited.
no limit. Women can do whatever we want if we know where to go and who to talk to.
That's right.
where it came
So before you know it, that happened in the elevator. You never know when you're going to start a business.
Courthouse.
We're at the courthouse. We're in the elevator, and it's time to do this. But anyway, that happened 2 years ago, and what happened is people jumped on. People loved it. All the ladies kind of came together, and within 30 days of us opening, the business page in the group for Women Unlimited, they asked for a conference. Within 30 days.
And of course, Brenda said, sure, no problem, we can make that happen.
And then I was like, oh my God, how are we gonna do that? But we got it done. It was a success. And 6 months straight, we just hit the ground running. We were going to all the different businesses. People were inviting us in, bring Women Unlimited here. We want to help sponsor, but it grew massive. And sometimes when you are a new owner, you're not ready. So that's the true story, is that I did this 6 months.
You were? Oh, okay.
I did it for 6 months straight.
Gestation
And yes, and we ran, and the group grew. I mean, grew. I had to take 4 to 5 months off, Linda, because I wasn't ready for that massive amount of people saying help.
Right.
help. How are you going to help me? So you know what came back with, a committee, came back with resources, came back. So as a business owner, this is true story. Things like this happen. Sometimes you're like, where are the people? They are not coming in the door. And sometimes you're shutting the door. There's too many people coming in, and you really are not ready for that.
Right.
So I kind of took a step back and I said, you know what? I'm going to be back. We're going to come back, with greatness. Wait for us. And you know what? They waited in the group. They waited 4 months
Not
for us to
patiently.
come back. Not patiently, but they waited. And when we came in, with a committee. We came in with our policy for Women Unlimited. We really put some structure in place. And we came back last year, January 1st, and oh my God. It has been the best ever. The ladies were ready, and we're still going full steam ahead. We now have a headquarters. We really didn't have a home,
Right.
but we're sticking to the mission. We're sticking to boots on the ground, and we're still getting out. All of our monthly events are at different places around the city, because what we do is we bring people to your door. You host one of our events, and we bring people in. So where before there was so many people that didn't even know that you were out there, now they know. So that's kind of the mission, to get around and bring Women Unlimited to the different businesses. But what we love is we are doing our networking. You guys are asking for networking, and we are making that happen every Thursday, every Friday at our new headquarters. We've only been there 4 months.
Okay, so real quick, let me interject. For the men who are watching this, what about them?
Well, what happened is they beat down the door. Oh my goodness, they were at the door like knock, 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 knock. So we were building Women Unlimited for the whole entire year. And then at the end of the year, I said, you know what, for next year, I'm talking to many men businesses. And that's when I was talking to Constable Kat Brown with Precinct 4. And she was like, if you have this second show, let's call it Men Unlimited. I was like, what? She's
Well, they own
like,
businesses too.
yes, they own businesses too. And so I was like, oh my God, I cannot wait. Yes,
sense.
you know what? So went
So
down
has
to the
it
courthouse.
It started, right?
Yes,
Okay.
it actually, we were starting it January of 2024, which is just a few months ago.
Okay.
But we were so anxious for it, we actually started it in November.
Okay.
And it's going well. If you want to be on our show, so 2 things. We have a show called Men's Unlimited. We have a group called Men's Unlimited, and we are just now, and we haven't done our first event yet, but everything is in the works. So we have some events that are going to be just for men. We have a show just for men, and then we have, for the women and Women Unlimited, and then one time a year we're going to have a large conference, and we're going to bring the men and the women together for Men's Men's Unlimited and Women Unlimited. And I will just say, phew, we're doing a lot. We are doing a lot.
So for the small business owners who are sitting here listening to Brenda going, oh my God, how did you do that? Oh my God. I mean, because some of us overthink things, and she just kind of jumps in and just makes it happen. So how does she do that? And so one of the things, I try to dissect some of that, so some of you might be able to put that in action. So one of the things, obviously, she's got the passion for Women Unlimited. She goes, I just have always known I'm going to do this. I just have always known it.
Because we talked about it way before it was
her core. I mean, she just knew. So there's that passion that overrides any fear. This is just going to happen. So that helps if you have that.
right.
If you're trying to start a business and you don't have at least some passion or a lot of passion, you've got to question why you're starting that business, because that will fizzle out. So you've got to have that passion. That tends to overcome a lot of fear. But the other thing, your strengths are leadership and teamwork. And so you believing in teamwork, that's your number one strength.
Right.
And so, because there are strengths tests, I'll put the link in the description for anybody who's
I've been
interested.
tested.
She's been tested. We tested her. And her top 5 strengths are just exactly what is needed for this type of everything you do to be successful. And so there's teamwork. She gets other people involved, because there's no way you can do it all as a small business owner.
You need to be okay with that.
You got to have a team. You got to be able to let go, right? Your baby, you got to worry about your baby, but you got to let go and get competent people around you that you can trust. And then the other thing is Brenda's just a natural leader. She knows how to lead people. People feel good when they're around her. You don't toot your own horn enough, so I get to toot your horn. Another thing she said that's important for small businesses, which sometimes bites us in the rear, is policy and procedure. She stepped back. She wasn't afraid to step back and put everything on hold and say, okay, we had to put some structure. So she's talking about written policies. She's talking about written procedures. She's talking about people who had jobs to enforce those policies. You know, and she tells me what they are, and I'm like, damn, girl, you're tough. But she's like, you know what? No, in order for this to work and to provide what we need to provide, you're either in or you're not in, and you're going to do this or you're not going to do this. More for board members, obviously, and chair people, and they all are. People, the women love it, and so and that's helping it explode exponentially.
Right.
Okay, and then obviously you mentioned mission, not drifting from the mission.
That's right.
I mean, that's just like etched in your core. And so, you know, a lot of times businesses will mission drift. Well, first of all, a lot of times small businesses won't have a mission, which is why you want to get with us and get with the coaches, because they'll help you with your mission and your vision and what are you passionate about, and help guide you there. But if you start drifting from your mission,
right,
then that's going to fizzle things out. So that's important. That's an important concept of what you just said. So, okay, so I was going to ask you about success stories. I mean, you're a huge success story, so this is one big success story. But, and I can rattle off half a dozen. So tell us about one of the success stories with Women Unlimited, one for Saving Our Way and one for Women Unlimited, where people just went, wow, that was amazing.
Well, for Saving Our Way, I feel that each individual is a success story because they are honestly making the time, they're definitely subscribing, right? And they're making it happen. But a true success is when you don't go backwards. Anybody can learn a new craft, but it's when you don't go backwards to your old self, when you come forward, right? When you come forward and you know you're learning something that is giving you so much back, and that's what's going out. Oh, we are live. 1 minute. Okay. So we have different shows that are going on right now, as you can tell, and we have another show going on. But anyway, that is what I feel, is that when someone learns a new craft that is going to help their family 100%, and they stick with it, then, and there's so many people, like I said, I have over 200,000 followers, and they don't leave. As a matter of fact, we grow. Me, myself, listen, I have been couponing 13 years. Once you start couponing, you really don't like to work backwards.
It's a way of life. So in other words,
it becomes a way of life.
So
yes.
A classic not success story in Saving Our Way would be somebody like me who maybe went to the class, got the paper, started cutting coupons, and then throw the coupons away because they expired.
That's right.
So if you're not doing that, then you're a success.
And they're just, if you're not doing that, then you are a success.
Okay, and then Women Unlimited, I think, I'll just speak of the successes. So I think a lot of times women come, they come and they get a feel for the vibe and they love the vibe, and that is Brenda and what she's putting out there. But she'll just stick the camera and the video in their face and just make them. She kind of pushes them in the pool. You know, it's when you throw somebody.
Everybody needs that. Like,
but it's in a very
media.
loving way that you shove people into the deep end, and so. And I can see the transformation literally within a 15-minute time frame, when all of a sudden you force them to do that, and next thing you know, the next time I see them, they have their camera and they're doing their own live about their own business, and they're not feeling weird about putting themselves out there. And I think it's just getting over that hurdle that for a lot of these women, that's the first step towards heading in the right direction. So
that's
both of these things you do, if you just do it, you're being a success. So I love that. But you have some tremendous success stories. But we are almost out of time. You're in need over there. So real quick, so tell us again, how do people find Saving Our Way on the
Yes, and remember, if you have never couponed before, don't let that give you anxiety. We're all good. Just come to one of my classes. They're absolutely free. You can find me at savingourway.com. And for Women Unlimited, please come on down. You can subscribe to womenunlimitedsa.com. We would love to see you at one of our events. We have a lot of free networking every Thursday and Friday.
But thank you. womenunlimitedsa.com. Also, that'll lead you to Eventbrite, and it'll show you all the different events they have coming up. Pretty much everything is free. So with that, we're going to say goodbye because she's in high demand, and we will see you next time, where our guests are going to be, hold on just a second, Ray Erica Rodriguez and Ray Colau, who are the owners of Cuba 1918. And so we're going to.
Oh, I
yes,
love that.
Yes, and they've got some really interesting things to talk about the neighborhood.
Renee, real quick.
So no,
Okay.
so we're good. Sorry.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Thank you again so much.
Thank
For
you.
those of you that have not subscribed to your website, they
Yes,
really need to come in.
southsidefirst.org.
Tell my audience because we're live too.
Okay. Southsidefirst.org, sign up for our email. We're trying to do a weekly newsletter blast to tell you what's going on in the community. Obviously, there's a lot of Women Unlimited stuff we share as well.